Hi everyone, it's Anne. Welcome to my year 2017. I keep wanting to say my life. Yeah. Anyways, I'm showing you here what I've done to some of my pages so far. And yeah, and what we did last month. And what I've done, I did that was a little extra page I did for this month. And this month's prompts are hearts, love, and pink. So what I've done is I've cut up a manila folder or file folder, and Alright, so the file folder I did cut up to the size of my art journal page that I want to use. And I'm going to take this credit card that I have on the side, or it's a gift card or promo card of some sort, and I am going to go ahead and scrape paints that are in the pinkish family. And I do like to scrape the paint on occasionally. I do like the way the paint goes, kind of leaves it kind of a textured, smooth textured look to the page, and so I kind of like that. And I excuse the background noise. I'm filming on a Saturday and my family's home and my dog is barking in the background, so if the microphone is picking it up, I'm really sorry about that. So enjoy my process as I spread along the paint onto my full file folder. Alright, so after, scraping each layer, I do dry the page off camera. And now I'm showing you a stencil that I made using my silhouette Cameo, my Cameo silhouette cutting machine. And I'm going to use some spray ink, which is water soluble, to spray onto the manila or file folder, I should say. And I went to get one of the boxes that I use when I'm spraying so that I don't spray all over my work surface. And so I'm doing that in each corner of my journal page and blotting it with a paper towel. So enjoy the rest of this process. Alright, so in this section I'm using some other stencils I've made, and I'm just going to go ahead and add some more layers using some acrylic paints. Now if you want the list of supplies for this lesson, you will need to head on over to the Facebook group, My Year 2017, and in the files there's a list of all the prompts, as well as there's another list of all the materials used for each of the lessons. So go head on over there and subscribe. We'd love to see you, and don't forget to share in the group too. I forgot to mention that I will post a link down to the Facebook group in the description box below, so check that out please. Thanks. Alright, so if you have some heart stamps, go ahead and use those. Now initially I was using some of the, I believe it's the Tim Holtz stamps, ink stamps, and the color I chose really wasn't showing up on my page. So I went ahead and got some of the ink, some more permanent ink. I can't even remember the name of it, but you'll find the list of that all in the Facebook group. So I grabbed the Stays On ink, I believe it was, and I went ahead after the distressed ink, I can see the name now. And it's a gray color, and I went ahead and used that over where I had stamped because it wasn't showing up at all on the page. Alright, so in this section you will need for this page is a piece of sheet music, and it needs to be actually a whole page of sheet music, alright? And for what I'm going to do. So what you're going to do is you can use a pencil. I'm actually using a Lyra crayon, pencil crayon that is water soluble, and I'm tracing my hand, and I had to take off my rings, so don't forget to put your rings back on if you're wearing any wedding rings or any rings at all. And go ahead and outline, trace your hand like you're back in school, all right? Pretend you're a kid again and trace your hand. Alright, so in this section, after I've cut out my hand, I'm going to show you a heart that I jelly printed, but I'm not liking the red color because after all the prompt is hearts, love, and pink. And so I'm going to go ahead, and it's a little bit big for the palm, for my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it down smaller. And you can see I'm kind of struggling, and I'm really not caring about that the shape is perfect because I kind of want to give it that uneven look, the heart, that uneven look. I think it looks cute that way. So I'm just going in and kind of remeasuring, recutting till I get it to the right size that I need it for. Alright, so in this section I'm just taking some of the same paints I used for my background to apply them to my heart because I don't want the reddish color, orangey reddish color that I've used. I want more pinkish. So I'm going in with a makeup sponge and I'm just adding some different colors along the pink kind of family. And so enjoy my process. So I'm showing you a vintage Valentine postcard that I have, but I don't always like to use the originals. So what I do is I scan it onto my computer and then I print it out onto a separate piece of paper. But what I'm doing is I use this paper, and I'll show you in a minute. That's what the paper looks like. It's a textured paper. It's by Strathmore. It's called Strathmore Inkjet Papers, and it's texture. Now, not all inkjet printers will accept this paper, and you have to set your printer to a specific setting for the paper to work. So you kind of have to fiddle with your settings. I have a new HP inkjet printer that I got, and it happens to work really well with for this paper, so I'm really excited because I've had this pack of paper for a long time and my old printer would not accept it. Now I'm getting ready to figure out how I'm going to place these on my journal page, and so I'm taking the hand and I'm placing it on there, but I'm not gluing it yet. I'm tracing the back of it so I know where to cut to trim the edge off of this hand, because the whole thing doesn't fit onto the page. Sorry guys, I still am tired. I just woke up and brain is definitely not hitting the top floor this morning. So I'm going to be using a glue stick, but you could use matte medium to glue these down, or gel medium, heavy gel medium, something that's going to glue these down, all right? And so again, I'm coming back in and reworking that heart because I'm trying to get it down to a small enough size where it'll fit on the hand. Yeah, there we go. So that looks like it's fitting pretty well, but I'm still going in and kind of trimming it out again. Alright, so in this section, I'm going ahead and, as you can see, I'm resizing that heart. And I'm coming on to tell you that when you glue down your hand, you're not going to glue it all down, because see how I'm placing the card? You're going to glue down the 4 fingers, but not the thumb part yet, because I want it to look like I'm kind of holding on to that card. Okay, my hand is holding on to that Valentine card, all right? And then I'm placing the heart over that hand and part of the card as well, all right? So enjoy the rest of this process. Just going in and making sure everything's glued down properly, and now I'm outlining the hand, the card, and re-outlining the heart using that water-soluble pencil crayon. Alright, so enjoy the process. So everything is all nice and outlined, and now I'm taking some washi tapes and also this really pretty, it's like a crocheted like edging, and it's got double-sided tape on the back of it. I got it at Daiso, and I have a piece of lace, so you will see what I'm going to do with them. using my Sakura gel pens, and there's a souffle pen, there's a glaze pen, and then just a regular metallic gel pen. And so I'm using those to outline different areas of this journal spread. And those of you who know me, you know I love my blings, so I took a strip of these gems and glued them onto my wrist on my page. And now I have these heart gems that I got at Daiso, Japan, and so I'm going to be placing those on each of the three corners of the page. Can't speak, sorry. Alright, so in this section here, I've cut out my saying. It says, what if you simply devoted this year to loving yourself more? And that's true. We need to learn to love ourselves and love ourselves more and learn for self-care. Many of us struggle to liking ourselves, and so that is something we all kind of need to focus on. Before we can go and love someone else, we need to love ourselves first, right? So anyhow, so I'm cutting out that saying, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Alright, so I hope that you enjoyed this month's prompt of hearts, love, and pink, and that you will go check out the Facebook group if you haven't already joined, and check out all the lovely freebies that we have for this month. And stay tuned during the week for some little extras and surprises for my week's prompt. Alright? So my week's take on the prompt. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I shall see you next time. Toodles! Have a wonderful day!